Give me one more. One more big movie. Doesn't have to be Halloween.
Oh, Jesus. Cars.
So, yes. More
You
than
have.
once.
Oh, well,
too many times.
yeah,
Some
yeah.
would say too many times.
Okay. All right.
I once picked it as my favorite Pixar movie and got booed out of a bar.
Really?
Yeah.
That's kind of lame.
It was by my friends.
Oh.
They started, everyone at the bar started booing. It was a rough day.
What would you say is the best Pixar movie?
It's got to be Toy Story.
Yeah. Okay.
And then Cars. Cars 2.
See,
Cars 3.
I feel like Cars is definitely up there. I wouldn't boo you
Gotta
for
be.
it. Definitely don't agree that it's the best one, but I definitely wouldn't boo. It's not booable, you know. Like, yeah, I think your friends are clowns.
Ooh, I hear it this week.
What's up, guys? It's your boy Smalls, back with All Purpose Garbage, the college football show for idiots, and idiot number 2 on this extravagant journey. Damn it, I can't even talk right now. That was going to be really nice, but how's it going tonight,
Not
Deke?
the Vol, brother. It's going well. It's going well. Banter. No, it's a good week to be back, and it's a good week for college football.
Absolutely. I actually think it's going to be a fantastic week for college football.
Matchups.
Tons of good matchups. It was a good weekend this past weekend, too. I was tailgating for most of it, but I was keeping up with it on my phone.
It was good for what you remembered.
Yeah, exactly.
All that matters.
Just because I don't have it as my coach quote of the week, and I should have. Let's talk about the whole Urban Meyer thing.
Yeah, thank you. So the best part about this whole thing was that, so obviously the video dropped where a blonde woman was putting her bootay upon his groin, and then a second video released of him putting his ficking into the chew. And the funniest part of it all was it was not anybody that he knew. He had taken his grandkids there, apparently, he said, for dinner. And should have avoided the people trying to get him to dance. I think the best part about this whole thing, it's his bar, so there's a picture of him and his wife on the wall.
Yeah, like above it. Yeah, which is fantastic. Shelly is not happy right now. I
believe she deserves better.
Mm-hmm.
Give me a call, Shelly.
Yep. No, shout out Shelly. Yeah, dude. I don't know. This might be some type of grand master plan for him to go to USC.
That's what I keep hearing, and I
don't think that's
it.
But like, I wouldn't. Let me put it this way: I wouldn't put it past him.
This, I think, is the biggest. This is worse than Freddie Kitchens. This is worse than the weird-looking dude for the Giants that I can never remember his name. That got a weird. Yeah, Ben McAdoo. Yeah. Like this is the I would say without a doubt the worst hiring in NFL history.
Yeah, no, he just didn't. He never seemed like he was ready. And the fact that he keeps saying, like, he's been on record saying it's like playing Alabama every week.
Yes,
and it's like it's what you fucking signed up for, dude.
What do you think you were doing?
Like, yeah,
I hate him.
Yeah, welcome to my world, man. Fuck that guy. Well,
it just makes no sense.
Yeah,
I'm surprised that guy's powerful.
I am surprised that this is how it's ending because I definitely thought it was going to be a heart condition. Just like the past 2 times. But all the memes of him...
Broken heart condition.
I don't think he was very brokenhearted on Saturday night.
Shelly was.
I don't know, man. I feel like he's been... That can't be the first time. It's not the first time he's in the doghouse. This is just the first time that it blew up on the internet.
As a male, I will tell you that his formation of both videos proves that this was not his first time.
Yeah.
He was a little too aggressive for this to be his first time. So
yeah, you could definitely tell too that he didn't quite understand the gravity of the situation because I don't think he knew that Twitter. I don't think he knew that Twitter was like a big deal at all. He's like, oh yeah, they can say what they want on Twitter. He's one of those old-fashioned. Yeah, it's one of those old-fashioned guys. Really, the fact that his entire team has zero respect for him.
Oh yeah, they're all the way out.
Yeah. I would be too. Like, you fucking cancel a meeting.
Yeah, and it's not good. Like, obviously it's not good on a human level. But like, if this was something where like a locker room full of young men could twist into some like, hey, at least it was cool story, maybe they'd still be behind him. This was terrible. Yeah. This was just the most embarrassing moment. And NFL history. I'll say
Yeah.
it. I'll say it, damn it.
Yep. Did you see Ryan Day was wearing the same quarter zip the day after that same red one? I think he might have been poking fun at it. I don't think he was like.
Do they have a
clueless
good
about it.
relationship?
Well, yeah, he was like the OC or he was like the assistant coach.
That's cool. Ryan, I fuck with Ryan Day now.
Yeah.
Not that I didn't. I just never had a reason to.
Yeah, I don't know if he was poking fun at him or like giving him shit, or where he just was clueless and was wearing the same exact quarter zip. I have no idea. But fun fact: that bar was in Dublin, Ohio. Went there plenty of times for the Nike Challenge Cup growing up. I'm sure you did too.
Wish we could go there right now.
Mm-hmm.
And order the chicken fingers.
That's right. Yeah, we're gonna leave it at that. All
Fuck
right,
Urban Meyer.
Are you drinking tonight?
I am, brother. I am drinking the cool water of the Blue Mountains, Coors Light, my guy. I texted Laura this weekend and said I don't think I've consumed another thing but Coors Light in the past 2 weeks. I can say with the utmost certainty that is accurate, which is a terrifying thing.
Mm-hmm. I agree with that. I had 1 glass of whiskey last night, and outside of that, I've pretty much
terrifying for every other beer on the planet.
Yeah, that is right. Coors Light coming for that ass. I'm still going with the Banquet tonight. So,
smart man, the official beer of throwing ball with your dad in the yard. I mean, look,
the
dude,
official beer
that was
having
one of the
a
funniest.
catch with your dad.
Yeah, I told him. I told Alex and Denny. I said, go record the commercials. So,
yeah, no, that'd be great. He definitely needs to do like a PSA type thing, or like one of those old fashioned commercials where it's just like Alex walking into a room, just like going like this. Coors Light. If I don't know, like a.
I want it to be like in Dodgeball, the video of the kid painting the fence.
Yeah.
Patches O'Houlihan shows up. That's kind of where I wanted this to go. So we'll see what happens.
That'd be awesome. All right. Shout out Coors. Let's get into
Shout out
this weekend's recap. So last week I had Arkansas essentially shit pumping A&M. Georgia actually did shit pump Arkansas, and it wasn't even close.
Hashtag Razor Ouch.
Yeah, that was pretty tough. I was sad. They were frisky. I was excited about them. But, dude, they kind of came back to reality. They also played probably the best defense we've seen in a long time.
Yeah. They played what I would highly consider the number 2 team in the country in a year where Alabama is aggressively favored. But Georgia's if it's not this year for Georgia, it's never happening.
Yeah, that's the thing. I think their offense is obviously coming along now, and I think that not that it was struggling, but I mean they were playing Clemson, they were playing some decent teams off the bat.
Yeah,
but
the Clemson game's still ugly.
Yeah, but like they're starting to put up some scores, and I think that they are firmly the best team in the country at this very moment.
Ooh, okay. I don't hate it. You're just so accustomed to how good Alabama is that it's like weird to not pick them. But I don't hate it, man. I mean, they were consistent, like you said. Their defense was almost godsend.
Yeah,
they literally held them to what, like 80 passing yards.
Yeah, it was
almost nothing on the ground in big one, and you know. What do you think about Georgia's quarterback, out of curiosity?
JT Daniels? He's okay. I would put him a notch above. Realistically, I would put him a notch above Jake Fromm. So nothing too crazy. I don't think he's that good. No. But I also don't. I think he was better than Jake Fromm.
But he also. So the reason I ask is I'm just looking at stats, right? It only has passing yards for Stetson Bennett, 7 for 22 or 7 for 11 on 72 yards. So I don't like. What I'm trying to get at is I just hate Georgia quarterbacks, like to the core. I don't know why it is. I don't know why I hate Georgia quarterbacks. They just never. I don't know. I trusted Aaron Murray. I'll be honest.
Well, that was a mistake. Matt Stafford. Matt Stafford was electric in college.
Yeah, true. Really he's one of the greatest. He's one of the greatest number 1 overall picks ever, even though he hasn't done much to it. I'll give you that.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
But I think that's it.
It's been a while.
So Daniels did miss this weekend. He was in uniform, but did not play after testing his right lat injury in pre. Okay, so he is a little bitch.
Yep.
All right, cool.
Didn't think you were going to take it there, but I love it. All right. Going on to the next game, Lane Kiffin dropped his popcorn.
Oh, dude, that was ugly. That was embarrassing to see, honestly.
Well, yeah, he was talking all week, and then you go out and you have that weird I love the confidence. Sure, like if he would have won that game, it would have been a completely different story. But he didn't, and part of the reason they didn't, part of the reason they didn't was because he wasn't taking any risks. Like, you're supposed to be this gunslinger of a offensive juggernaut, and you're not. And like, they didn't act like it at all. And like, Bama's gonna Bama. Saban's 24-0 against former assistants, and
which is the craziest stat,
dude. It is crazy. You know what this reminded me of? And I don't want to like talk about like high school, but this reminded. Do you remember the name Shane Coon at all?
Yeah.
Okay, so I remember where me and Deke went to high school. Wrestling was like the biggest sport, in the area. It was always us versus Burrell, which is just a neighboring school, right? And Shane was a heavyweight, but he didn't look like a heavyweight. He was literally just the biggest dude on the wrestling team.
He was just massive, yeah.
I mean, he played tight end at Youngstown State. Like, he was just a large guy. The kid that he was ahead of the Burrow match, the kid was talking shit, and this kid was pretty fluffy, if you know what I mean. He was talking a lot of shit all week, and from what I remember, and I don't remember all the details, from what I remember though, I heard that this kid was talking a lot of shit, and Shane was just pretty much quiet all week. They go in to the match, shake hands, and as much as you can tackle someone during a wrestling match, that's exactly what Shane did. He basically picked the kid up and broke his back. Like,
jeez.
Like it was over in 10 seconds. Like, it was the most hilarious thing I'd ever seen. That's what this reminded me of. A kid just talking like all week, and then the actual legit guy comes in and just shuts him the fuck up after not saying a word. So
Shane Coon's a big boy.
He's a big boy.
No, that sounds about right. Where it's just like, you know what? Ole Miss is chirping because they're trying to get some news, get your popcorns ready. Literally, he's just trying to like fire his team up, I'm sure. His team's looking good. But when you let up 36 carries for 171 yards and 4 touchdowns on the ground, I don't care what you said or what you did, you didn't succeed.
Yep. I'm glad that he at least owned it after the game, too. And he was like,
but
that was dumb.
He kind of had to. Could you imagine if he tried anything else?
Yeah, I know, but at the same time, I feel like other coaches have definitely tried to just not pull something off like that, where they just, I don't know.
Good for you for doing the correct thing, Lane.
Yeah. Here's a cookie.
Such a weird name. Just Lane without the Kiffin.
The Lane train, baby.
Ugh.
I don't mind the name Lane.
I don't know.
I think it fits him.
Yeah, but Lane Kiffin fits in. Lane.
Yeah. He's definitely the guy that's going to fuck everyone's wives. He's definitely that guy.
Urban Myers is lonely.
Yeah, that is true. But Ole Miss, not it. Deke, did Cincy just do the thing?
So after picking Notre Dame, who they play? Was it last week? They played like a top tier team as well.
Wisconsin.
Okay. So after picking Notre Dame, well, for whichever they lost, I'll just go there. I hate them. I think they're the biggest frauds in college football, more than Spencer Rattler, which is crazy to say. But here's what I will say. They need people to lose, which they will. But Cincy, I think, beat one of their tougher opponents and looks great.
Yep.
Offense and defense.
Yep. They went into South Bend and handled business. It wasn't like it was... I went back and watched the highlights. I felt like it didn't really ever feel like it was close. Like,
they put 17 up in the second, and it was just rough from there.
Yeah, and like it looked like they had been there before, which is surprising because they really haven't. They haven't beaten teams like this in the past, really.
No,
they're new.
As much as they're frauds, Notre Dame still is one of those programs.
Yeah, absolutely. And to do it away too, Desmond Ridder looked good. That defense looked really good. Bunch of turnovers. I forget how many picks Notre Dame actually had, but what really
two picks.
What really bugs me about Notre Dame is the way that they play their quarterbacks. I don't get it.
Yeah. That's a weird thing to do. Like, it's like you definitely don't have a quarterback if you're throwing 22 times for each quarterback.
Yeah, it's just I don't know.
You're a ranked team.
Yeah.
Going against another ranked team, and you're playing two quarterbacks the same number of attempts, a little rough.
Yeah, I did pick Cincy. I was the right one on the show there. I did pick Cincy this week.
Yeah, I should have.
Yeah, and I do feel good about that. But this was also kind of a Brian Kelly revenge game. Cincinnati kind of came back and stuck it to that to their old coach.
This was the last tough game, by the way. Sorry, I'm looking at their schedule. Like,
I think
this really was.
They have SMU.
They have SMU on November 20th, but like, we'll see if they're still ranked. But I mean, Tulsa, South Florida, Tulane, East Carolina, Navy, UCF, Temple. They should do the damn thing. Yeah, it should. Yes, to answer your question, yes.
Yeah. Do you think the moment's going to be too big for them and they slip up and they lose to a team like Tulane, who is shown to be frisky?
I'm going to say no.
Yep.
Knock on MDF fiberboard, as hopefully. Reason being is that, they're always a strong defensive team, and finally being led by Ritter, who is probably playing the best football of his college career, or at least up there. Senior, tough guy mentally. I don't really love Ritter at the next level. Well, he's grown on me a little bit, but I didn't when we did the quarterback stuff. But I will say for college football, there's no one else you'd rather have than a veteran senior who's on his last kind of life here in college football.
Yeah, no, and like I said, Notre Dame, inconsistent. I've been one week they're up, 1 week they're down. It just doesn't. I was never sold on them, and I think I think since he actually.
Are you moving on your screen?
Uh-oh. Hold on.
It's really impressive how you guys are talking.
I know. Shit. Now we're gonna start. Hold on. Gotta get my silver bullets on.
Unclap.
Clap on. All right. So yeah. My computer just shit itself. So we're just gonna recap and say Cincy might have done the thing, and Notre Dame sucks.
Yes.
And we're gonna move on.
They did the thing.
They might have just done it. Deke, what did I say last week about Kentucky? They're pretty fucking tough.
You said they were good at football.
I did.
Which turns out, fun fact, true.
They are. Florida, I think, is still good, and unfortunately not in the mix anymore because they lost twice, and they're in conference with the best two teams in America right now. But Kentucky
just can't do it with two losses. Yeah,
that's the thing. Like, I don't know. Like, I just had a feeling about that one. I'm just gonna gloat about it.
You did call it.
Yeah.
Even with only 87 yards in the air, Kentucky did the thing.
Kentucky did the thing. And Oregon. Do you think Oregon's a fraud? I don't think they're a fraud, but
it's tough. I kind of do.
Okay.
Like, I don't think that. Here's the thing. They're a fraud because we made them to be a fraud. Oregon is only as good as Oregon ever is. They've had a ton of injuries. Stanford's nothing to sniff at. Oregon is a fraud because we made them a god. So I don't know how you want to paint that picture. That's what I'm going with.
Yeah. The one thing that should be noted, though, they were without their OC, Joe Moorhead, because he was hospitalized. I think that's important. Having said that, though, Anthony Brown, their quarterback, has still only thrown over 200 yards in a game twice this year. That's kind of an issue. And at first I had, is Oregon another fraud or is Stanford just sneaky good? I don't think that Stanford's sneaky good. If you look at their stats, they're just not that great.
They're a respectable team.
They're okay.
They're there.
I think they're
I mean, the game did go to overtime. Yeah.
They're not bad.
They deserve to be a college football program.
There we go. Speaking of places that don't deserve to have college football programs, do you know who's playing this weekend?
I don't know if the transition is going to be for us or for the Oklahoma-Texas game.
No, but it's actually, I literally don't.
That's the Fraud Bowl.
I know.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, it is, but it's not on the screen. It's not really, I didn't make a note about it. UMass and UConn.
Ooh, battle of the U's.
Yep, 0-4 or 0-5 against 0-6, or I think they're both 0-5. I don't know. Literally the two worst teams in the country are facing each other this weekend. It's going to be.
They should cancel that game.
I disagree.
And schedule it.
I think we need this game.
Fair. I guess cancel's a little too rough. They should reschedule this game for Christmas. That's how I'll word it.
Okay. I agree with that.
Or each of them should be able to pick 5 other college football players that didn't make the national championship, so the top 4 teams, and they get to they have a draft, and they all get to add 5 elite blue chip players with other shitty players.
I like it. I like it. Almost like an expansion draft, almost.
Yeah, but then the players go back to their schools or whatever. Yeah, and if they get hurt, they don't get paid.
Oh, hey, NIL, man. You ever hear of it?
True. NWA.
That's right. Yep. All right. AP rankings.
Let's go.
Iowa made the leap over Penn State this week.
No big deal.
I get it. I get it. They beat the fuck out of Maryland, so I get it. Cincy.
I was a little worried at Maryland. I'll be honest.
Really?
I don't know. Maryland always feels good for no reason. I know that they've had some ranked years, some not ranked years, but you guys got this into my head. Even though I believe them. You guys got it in my head, but when Iowa gets the hype, they're frauds, and it still kind of scares me a little bit.
Well, I mean, yeah, but they also won that game like 55-14 or something.
Yeah, 51-14. It was awesome.
It wasn't even close.
Big wave of kids.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I'll touch on that later. Then we got Cincy obviously moving up. Oklahoma, I think, just stayed where they're at. Ohio State just moved up because we had a bunch of teams lose. Although they did beat the brakes off of Rutgers, but I mean, I don't expect any. That's the Ohio State that I expect. That's the thing. It's not. They should. They're starting to worry me a little bit. I know it's.
Here's my thing. I'm surprised Ohio State's ahead of Oregon.
Yeah, but it's a.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, but that was so early on too. You know,
I get it. But this was the last chance that if they all went out, that they could have had them above it. Mm-hmm. I feel like Oregon deserved that.
Yeah. Michigan moves up because of their win over Wisconsin. Whoop-de-fucking-do.
Big win.
BYU, I think they might have moved up a few spots. Michigan State, Oklahoma State, again, moves up.
Poor Arkansas.
They didn't move down. I honestly thought they would move down more just because it was so lopsided.
I'm surprised Coastal's still behind them and Notre Dame.
I know. That's what doesn't fucking make sense to me.
Not at all.
Kentucky, I do think that they're a tough team. I think this might be an overreaction.
Ooh, really?
I don't know if Kentucky's quite. I don't know yet. Like, I knew that they were tough, and I knew that they were going to give Florida a run for their money, but I don't know.
I think that this is so. Here's the thing about Kentucky is like these kind of schools that don't normally get nationally ranked. Mm-hmm. I feel like they get them really high when they first get there. Reason being that Kentucky's most likely not going to finish the season at 16.
Yeah.
But you know what? Let's get them up there so they feel good and we can see some chaos.
Pump their tires a little bit. Ole Miss didn't really drop down, which I guess they're playing Bama, so I get it. Auburn. Let's talk about Auburn for a second.
You want Auburn to be good.
I wish they were good. I don't know why they keep ranking these motherfuckers. They moved up this week, and they barely beat an LSU team that, frankly, is just not fucking good.
Yeah, LSU's absolute dog shit this year. We can all agree on that.
I don't get the Auburn thing. I'll never get that. It's just I don't know. I want them to be good because we beat them. I also don't hate Auburn. It's just
they're just kind of there for me.
Yeah,
they're kind of like the team that should be Alabama's rival, but kind of aren't at all.
Yeah,
but kind of are, I guess, but aren't.
Wake Forest keeps moving up. Florida dropped.
Sam Hartman.
Yeah, there we go. San Diego State and SMU make their appearance in the top 25. Love to see that. I don't know why. I always like a good San Diego State team.
They have an electric uniform, electric logo.
Yeah,
it's really
I love
well
them
done.
in basketball. They are one of my favorite teams to root for in basketball for sure.
Fair. I did not know that.
Yeah. All right. We got on tap. Deke, what you got?
Yes, sir. So Mel Kiper came out 2 days ago and wanted to talk about the top 5 quarterbacks that he likes. plus 2 names. So my expectations is that these are in order of the guys that he likes. And I think that the first 2 are going to be of big interest to you, Smalls, here. So coming in at number 5, we'll start this way. A guy that we touched on a little bit already, a guy that we both think could end up in the Steelers. That is Desmond Ridder out of Cincy at 5. He's 59% completion at this season, past this weekend, excuse me. 2 tutties against a tough Notre Dame team. We talked about it. Basically that, we both, now I do too, hate Notre Dame. But Ridder, 6'4", senior, captain type of guy, can really lead this team to, I think, a Final Four spot. Yep. When Iowa and Penn State clash. The winner comes out, since he booms up. Coming in at number 4 here, I like him at 4, Smalls. That's how I'm going to word this. Sam Howell, North Carolina, sitting right there at 4, where I think he kind of somewhat sort of belongs. It's tough, right? I don't think it's Howell's fault. I mean, they lost 2 good running backs last year with Michael Carter and Devontae Williams going. De'Ami Brown, like they lost big names to the NFL. I don't think that he's as bad as this is. So they obviously just went in and absolutely smoked Duke 38-7 in week 5. He had 321 yards, 3 touchdowns, a couple rushes. I do see this guy as an NFL quarterback. I just don't see him as this crazy go lucky. Everyone should be obsessed with this brother going into the season. So I think 4, perfect. Moving up to 3, the king of the frauds. He is a snake, and that is Spencer Rattler. Oklahoma has been kind of dog shit, bro. They beat Kansas State 37-31 this weekend. Rattler just he was supposed to be the next one, the next Baker, the next K1, the next Jalen Hurts. Spencer Rattler's time. Man, is he sliding down the board. And I honestly don't see much in the NFL unless he goes to a situation like Cliff Kingsbury that can use his skills. We did obviously have someone much better. So I don't like Rattler at the pros as of right now, and I don't like him in college. Number 2, the guy that a lot of Steelers fans hope they snag, Matt, is it Corral or Corral? Corral. Yeah. Interesting. I hate his last name. It's the worst thing ever, but this dude looks great. He is Lane Kiffin's quarterback. He did, 213 yards against Alabama. 21-29 is not bad. You can't really hate on it. And the dude has looked pretty good this season in an offense that has been decent. So we're not really going for the popcorn just yet, as Lane Kiffin said, but I do like him. And then number 1 quarterback, again, I'm assuming these are just ranked. He's number 1 in total QBR after a 36-12 win over UAB, and that is Malik Willis out of Liberty. Currently number 1 on Mel Kiper's list.
Really? The thing is, I've been paying attention to Malik Willis. I have not heard that much about that guy this year.
Right.
Outside of me watching him. I love that. That's interesting. I really like that, actually.
Dre said the other day, he said, I just want to put this out there. The Steelers should draft Malik Willis. And I said, Dre, I love when the Steelers draft Heisman candidates. It's my favorite.
Yeah.
No shit, we'd want this guy. Come on now.
I mean, I'd be excited, sure. At the rate we're going, we might get him. So, who knows?
Let's hope so.
Yeah. I mean, should we just tank? I think we might be able to just tank. Yeah, Matt Corral, I don't mind that. Spencer Rattler, the one thing I will say, I think Oklahoma are frauds in general. I saw something that Joel Klatt put out on YouTube. There are a lot of instances where his line is failing him big time, where it looks like he's forcing it a lot. It's either because his receivers aren't making the right routes or his O-line is shitting the bed. There's a lot of instances of that. So I don't think he's been great, but I also don't know if he's really the cause of all of it either. So I don't know. I don't think he's the one, though. Let me put it that way.
No, I think that's fair, but I don't think he's not all that we all kind of believed he was going to be. It's the bigger issue.
He looked a lot better last year, and Oklahoma did not look nearly as good last year.
No.
So, all right. Mike Leach time.
He couldn't get me a shrunken head, so I got a T-shirt.
All right, so we already kind of alluded to it. Get your popcorn ready. Lane Kiffin. I I don't know who put this together, but this is a gem of a meme right here. Nick Saban holding up the popcorn. I mean, we already kind of touched on it, but it's so perfect. Like, it was also just such a weird interview moment where, like, she asked him something like, how did you get your team ready? And he just goes, get your popcorn ready, and just walks away. You could tell the reporter was like, what the fuck was that?
It still wasn't as bad as Notre Dame's execution.
Yeah.
But it was pretty much the 1B to that 1A.
Yeah. Yeah. Just Saban's going to Saban. Bama's going to Bama. It's inevitable. Unless you're playing Georgia, maybe. So.
The whole going up against his old former assistants and stuff, man. What a fucking group of betas. Like, it's honestly insane to think about. Everyone that's left his team, he's been like, I'm going to fucking destroy you.
Yeah. It's crazy. I don't know how he does it. He just, even in games where they don't give him much of a chance, he's just going to come out and kick your ass. He's just going to kick your ass.
It's honestly
humiliate you. You know, he was hearing some of that shit. He's like, all right, I'm going to fucking humiliate these children because of you.
I'm going to make like 17, 18-year-old, 19-year-old kids that are recruiting to your school decommit. Yep. Because of how bad I'm going to destroy your 20 and 21 and 22-year-olds. Like, that's how bad I would want to avoid Ole Miss after. Like, I don't know. That's just like a weird thing. And I know you gave him credit for standing up for it.
Yeah.
But it just, like, imagine if he would have done anything else.
Yeah. I know.
Double down.
Like, yeah. If he would have doubled down, I think I might have actually respected him more, to be honest.
Do you have your popcorn? Yeah. Told you. Told you it'd be a show.
Yep. A lot of points, that's for sure.
Got the over.
Yep. All right, big games this week.
Yes, sir.
All right, so I did put our records up. We were tied going into the week. Had a
now you do work after you know you're winning. This guy.
No. I let you do the work of counting it all up, and then I just kind of took it from there.
Do I really have? Oh, never mind. Here's the one thing I will say. Pretty impressive. That we're both above. I'm still like pretty impressive.
Yeah, not bad, right? Yeah.
This is the week that'll decide if we're men, though.
Oh, probably. All right. Let's start at the top. Obviously, the biggest game of the week. It's rivalry week here on APB. Penn State, Iowa. If I don't pick my boys, I don't know what I'm doing. I have to. I'm going in with the blind confidence.
It's honestly, at this point, it's not even blind confidence anymore. It's like we're number 4 in the nation.
It's blind confidence.
Here's my one question, though. If Penn State was going up against 21 Texas, would you feel confident?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
That's fine. I'm just curious. Just curious. This one's easy for me, dude. It's not even close. I love waving at children. Give me Iowa.
All right.
I mean, hear me out here. What's a better number, 3 or 4? You know what I mean?
4 isn't even number.
Going with the math.
Number, so I lean towards even numbers, just a little more.
I will bring that up when we go through the rest of this list.
Okay. Wait, this is so. If I don't think I can do this, but speaking objectively, this is gonna be a really fucking. It's gonna be a really good game. It's gonna be a really fucking ugly game.
Yes, under. Give me the under.
Yeah,
despite both teams being able to score.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. Iowa, they have so many points off of turnovers. It's not even funny. And, basically, if you watch them, all they do is just kind of sit back, and they just kind of confuse all the quarterbacks they play. Penn State is much more athletic on defense, but I don't know. It's just, dude, it's going to be – if I'm being honest, I think the only advantage that might be in Penn State's favor, and this is it, is because we actually do have Jahan Dotson. I think that's it.
Fair.
Like, Iowa doesn't have that guy. No,
they really don't, man.
Yeah.
I mean, I do like Petros, their quarterback, in terms of just players on their roster. But even looking through their defenders, there's no one that I'm, like, gassed about. I mean, Riley Moss coming in with 5 tackles and an INT, but they don't have, like, a big-ass name this year on defense.
No, but their defense is fucking
very solid,
incredible,
very solid.
They just smother you, and again, they don't blitz, like they just kind of sit back and just pick people off. They just don't give anything up. I'm a little nervous, if I'm being honest.
I was going to say I'm not, because I don't actually have a fandom in Iowa. I'm just a big wave at children guy. So if we lose, still going to wave at kids. If we win, waving at kids.
All right, nice.
Here's what I'm going to say. Thon's once a year, waving at kids every week.
Okay. Arkansas, Ole Miss. This one's tough. I don't want Arkansas's season to kind of unravel.
Yeah.
But I'm going Ole Miss here, and I think it's just because Arkansas just can't keep up on offense. I think that's the only reason. I don't think either one of these teams is that much better than the other. I think it'll be kind of close, but I think Ole Miss just kind of outguns them a little bit. So.
Yeah, it's kind of tough in that situation because you look at a team in Ole Miss that's coming off what we would both consider a fairly embarrassing week in terms of what their quarterback signed them up, or their coach signed them up for, excuse me.
Yep.
Right now, Ole Miss is 6-point favorites. I think they have more to prove than Arkansas does in terms of who they really are.
Yep.
So give me Ole Miss as well.
Yep, I think, and Lane Kiffin is just going to, I think he's just going to be on a tear.
Yep.
If I'm being honest. I don't think it'll even be close. He's just going to be pissed off. And it like I said, it does suck because I don't want Arkansas. I was excited about that team, but like I don't know, man. I don't think they can do it, especially this week. And that A&M win, that has not aged well, and it's only been like a week.
Not at all.
So A&M's bad. A&M's not a good team.
Frauds.
All right, Georgia Auburn.
After your rant earlier, which way are you going here?
I'm going Georgia. I'm going Georgia heavy. There's something to be said about Auburn playing at home. They always seem to pull off weird shit at home, especially against Bama. Georgia's another one of those rivalry games, but Georgia's too fucking good. I don't think it'll be close. They'll eat Bo Nix alive.
Dude, I don't really see Georgia doing a lot of losing this year, so I'll word this one. I really don't. Give me Georgia. I think Auburn's a good team. I mean, I liked watching the Penn State Auburn game.
Yep.
I just don't think they are a Georgia team.
Yep. I agree. It's just Auburn's also coming off a super emotional win against a not so great LSU team.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be a kind of a letdown. Again, Bo Nix just sucks. And they're gonna eat.
He did have that insane play though.
Oh, it was
when he was running for his life.
It was like Johnny Manziel shit. He was like I don't know, that was nuts. But it was still
awesome.
Yeah, it was awesome. I'll give him that. But
he still sucks.
Yeah. Michigan, Nebraska. Put this game on here. So I think this game is gonna surprise a lot of people. I think this is gonna be really close.
I am surprised to see this on here because I don't think Nebraska's bad.
Nebraska has been on. They've looked pretty good as of late. Now they lost to Oklahoma, so they lost to Illinois. That was everyone was like, and this show included. We said it. This is a dumpster fire program. They haven't
100%.
looked that bad. They really haven't looked that bad since I think Scott Frost has these boys ready to play. They're playing at home against Michigan. I think Harbaugh is going to be sweating through his khakis on this one. I don't know, man.
I still don't trust Nebraska. I'm going Michigan easily here.
I'm going
I feel you.
I'm going Michigan, but
I feel you that it could be tough.
I think it's going to be very close. And whenever I get to my bets, I'll explain why.
Oh boy.
Yeah. So, all right, Oklahoma, Texas. I'm going Texas.
Really?
Yep. And
the fraud off.
I think it's that time of the year where the Big 12 cannibalizes itself and knock themselves out of the playoff, and Oklahoma has been reeling the whole time. Texas has owned this rivalry recently, and I'm going Texas. They're feeling themselves. Casey Thompson's pretty good.
Is this the the Red River rivalry?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
So here's what I'm gonna say. Me picking Oklahoma does not mean they are not frauds.
Yep.
I just believe Texas is a bigger fraud. They're both frauds.
Yeah.
Give me Oklahoma, though.
See, I think Steve Sarkisian, Texas, is less of a fraud than Tom Herman, Texas.
It's a little like when Davy Crockett got to the Alamo. It's like, we have a shot.
Yeah.
Like, we got a shot. Like,
Yeah,
we're probably not going to win.
They made it 10.
Yeah. We probably going to die, but we got a shot.
Then I got Stanford, Arizona State. Only reason I put this on here, I just want to see if Stanford can do anything.
If they're real.
I just want to see. Like
Arizona State's a solidified top 25 program that's always consistently decent. This is a real test.
Yeah, I'm going to go Arizona State, though.
Little big Herm guy.
Yeah, big Herm guy. What do you got?
Yeah, no, I'm with you. I'm going to take Arizona State. I think that when you play somebody, in your conference, it's always a little more tricky. So I don't mind that Oregon lost to Stanford. Like, I'm not heartbroken by it. So I think that Arizona State is the better team here. If Oregon was playing Arizona State, those Smalls, just for shits and giggles, which way would you go?
I would probably still go Oregon because they would have Joe Moorhead, and that guy is an incredible play caller.
Cool. That's what. Yeah, so, I would too. I was just checking.
Yep. And I think Arizona State has the offense and the athletes. I don't know if they're quite there yet.
This is a nice board though, because whenever I win the Iowa and the Oklahoma game, I think we'll be tied.
Don't leave that first game out of this. All right, I'm not even gonna I'm not going to count this one. I shouldn't have put it.
You're
on
not going to count the Penn State game?
No, because it'll hurt too bad if I lose.
Yeah, no, that's wow. The lack of confidence to the school that you went to is crazy. If the Point Park Pioneers were on this board, I would be taking my shirt off and painting myself green.
No, I just think it's going to be a really close game, and it makes me nervous, okay?
I don't. I think Iowa's going to
I'm super excited for it. I'm going to be living my best life and worst life at the same time on Saturday, but...
I believe that.
Yeah.
Where's the game at? In Iowa?
Yeah. Which is a fucking hard... that's a tough place to play.
It's tough to pretend to beat up people in front of a bunch of children.
Oh, my God, dude. Jesus Christ. Shut the fuck up. All right. We got Don't Tell My Bookie. Well, Deke, I'm just going to... The first one, it's an obvious one. I'm going back to the well. Coastal covers -17, easy. Arkansas State with Butch Jones, they're pretty fucking bad. So
yes, sir.
Coastal has not. I went with the over on Coastal one time. They let me down there. I went back to against the spread with Coastal. They have not let me down since. So back to the well. All right. Western Kentucky versus UTSA. Going with the over at 69.5. That's a high line. However, Western Kentucky is 5-0 against the over this year. By the biggest margin in the country, 14 points over their total line for the year, like on average. That's insane. These guys hit all the time. UTSA, I think, is a better team, but Western Kentucky is the number one passing offense in the nation, and UTSA is just going to have to try to keep up with them. I'm going with the over here. Michigan, Nebraska. Nebraska has the best record against the second best record against the spread in the country at 5-1. They have a pretty good and, quite frankly, sneaky defense at 13th in the country. Like I said, they're hungry and they're looking pretty good, and they kind of gave Oklahoma a run for their money. I think this one's going to be pretty close. I have Nebraska covering in a very, very close game at home. Also, Michigan is 1-6 against the spread in their last 7 against Big Ten opponents. So, Boise State, BYU. I'm going Boise State covering at +5.5. Boise State, they're not a very good team this year. However, in their last 10, they are 8-2 as an underdog. In their last 8 games as a road underdog, they're 7-1 against the spread. BYU is also 1-5-1 against the spread in their last 7 against teams with losing records. For some reason, I'm feeling Boise this weekend. They're going to cover at +5.5.
They're not a very good team, but they're going to cover 5.5. I love.
Yep. Hey, that shit happens all the time. Hey, good teams win, great teams cover. So
yes, sir.
I'll go to the grave saying that. And Michigan State, Rutgers. Dude, I think Michigan State is going to have a tougher time than people are really giving this credit for. I'm surprised the line is what it is at +5 for Rutgers. I do think Rutgers is going to cover. Their 4-1 against the spread this year. Michigan State is 1-4 against the spread against Big East opponents in their last 5. Big Ten East opponents in their last 5. I just think they're going to come back to reality. It's going to be a really close game. Who knows? The Shiano man might actually be able to get his boys up and ready for this game.
I kind of hope so, man. There's some of my Rutgers I just love.
Yeah, I hate Rutgers, but I don't hate
do,
Shiano.
but
That's
I
the
don't.
thing. I
Yeah.
don't hate Shiano. And part of me wants to root for him. I can't. But, like, part of me wants to. It would go against every fiber in my being if I did. So
Fair.
But, yeah, Boise State, I was surprised about Boise State, too, but I looked at the numbers. That's, like, one of the biggest trends in betting this week is going on Boise State.
Really?
Yep.
So you're going against the grain?
No, I'm going with the grain. The biggest trends.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Bet on. No, I thought you said bet against Boise State, not on Boise State.
No, yeah.
Interesting. I like it.
All right, Deke. Hey, we got a new segment this week. I think we hinted at it earlier.
Oh.
Yeah. So, introducing the newest segment, M.A.C.tion Bronson.
Check the bio. I fix the game between Kentucky and Miami of Ohio.
Let's go.
It's probably my favorite line. I love Action Bronson. That's probably one of my favorite Action Bronson lines ever.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely. I thought about doing that or taking my people off for octopus, Spanish. But no, Miami of Ohio is perfect because we're talking MAC, baby. So I think people, if you don't watch college football as religiously as I do, you might be confused by this. MAC football, in my opinion, is one of the best things to watch. It's
electric.
Hilarious. It's electric. The scores are outrageous. They go for trick plays all the time, frankly, that don't work all the time. And it's just exciting to bet on nonstop. It's so electric. I don't know. We've talked about it before, but I love the MAC, and I get why people would be confused by this because MAC football traditionally is not very good. But I love the MAC. Deke,
I mean, the names that come out of it for the or for the NFL, like alone, awesome.
Yeah. Well,
like AB, JJ Watt, technically, even though he ended up going to Wisconsin. Corey Davis, breakout year last year, coming into his own. Big Ben Roethlisberger, MAC.
Yep. Yeah,
I love it.
There's just something about MAC football that is it's fun. I don't know, like it's fun to bet on because a lot of times you just hammer the over. A lot of times, like last year, that clip I just played, that was the very first game of the year last year. In MAC-tion,
first kick,
fucking
right?
onside kick.
Yep.
And you know what's crazy? That got called back because it didn't go 10 yards. That's the
so
kind
electric.
of shit that is just it's electric to watch. Plus they play during the week on the days that there is no football. In November they play on Tuesdays and Wednesdays.
They know what they're doing. It's really impressive.
How fucking cool is that?
They don't want to get swept under the rug.
Yeah,
Yep.
absolutely. This week, just because I looked at some of the lines this week, I think I really like this one. Bowling Green is going to cover at 14.5 because Akron is dog shit.
Shut up, Bueno.
Shout out, Bueno. Bowling Green 5-0 against the spread this year. Akron 1-4, and like I said, Akron's just really fucking just awful team. So yeah, we'll be doing a lot more with M.A.C.tion Bronson. If there are any hilarious highlights, we'll be sure to put it up because there will be plenty. Or just great games. There's always a few gems each week that come out of M.A.C.tion, especially
a lot
November.
of confusing, amazing things.
Yeah, especially because the weather is always so fucking bad, and like there's just there's just something really fucking it gets me going. That's like
I love
football. All right, Deke.
Do I get my own segment this week for Iowa?
Yeah, I'll put you on.
All right, cool. Thank you.
I'll put you on. Actually, I'll let you go first.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Let me find you where you're alone. There you go.
Hey, well, I was going to kick the shit out of Penn State. You're up.
Are you done?
Yeah.
All right.
Well, I am off the basis of one more thing. We're going to do a giveaway for the game.
Oh, yeah. We'll get to that.
Which I want to record a video after so we can get to that. But there's going to be a giveaway for the game. We will talk about it after you go, Mr. Pit Viper Man.
There we go. All right. All right. Did you know that every time an Iowa fan farts, popcorn comes out because of all those corn cobs they shove up their ass?
I didn't get music.
Yeah, well, that sucks. I don't really give a shit that Iowa beat up on Maryland. It's basically an ACC school anyway. You think waving at kids is like some crazy unique thing? That's cute. Try running the biggest student-led charity in the world. Okay? Let's just calm down with the whole kid waving thing. It's great. I love it, but let's slowly roll. Listen, Kinnick's tough. I'm not going to lie. It's a really fucking hard place to play. But I do remember the yesteryears where Trace McSorley has walk-off touchdowns on 4th and goal with no time left with ice in his veins. I do remember Saquon Barkley hurtling over your prize linebackers like they're fucking children. I do remember Desmond King getting ragdolled by Tommy Stevens, who didn't even play a real fucking position. They literally made it up. That was like supposed to be the best defensive player in the country that year. Got ragdolled. Cliff, you've fucking done it before in Kinnick. I'm sure shit that you can do it again. I'm not going to guarantee a win. But boys, let's take care of business. Fuck these Hicks. Go State. How was that?
I think it's cute that no matter what happens, Penn State fans like Penn State. Honestly, hear me out. Penn State fans remind me a lot of Cleveland Brown fans. And I know that doesn't sit well based on
that. Hurts.
Hold on. It's always Penn State's
year. That is the worst
year.
thing you could say.
It's always Penn State's year, but it's never Penn State's year. They've never really had like a great quarterback. They always have a decent run game. I like that one. And they always believe that they deserve to be the best in their conference division. And there's just another team with a quarterback from Ohio that's just a little bit better.
Nope.
Yo, hold on. I'm just saying that's a really good analogy.
Yeah.
I'm gonna text it to Greg Malik, and I'll talk about it tomorrow on 2 Beers Deep.
That doesn't say well. See, you were saying that actually just described Tennessee to a point. Like that's the Tennessee fan base year in year out. Way more than Penn State. I think Penn State people, for the most part, yeah, we're a cult, but I do think that some of us are realistic. I'm realistic. I go in with blind confidence, but I am realistic. What did I say at the beginning of the year? We're gonna go 8-0 and literally lose to fucking like Michigan State. That's what happens.
I hope that's what happens.
No, I don't hope that happens, but I know that's what's gonna happen.
Okay, all right. Just sounds like that's what you wanted to happen.
No, I don't want that to happen.
It sounds kind of like it was. So I say we stick around after for just a quick 50-second clip that we can post for just the giveaway, so you don't have to do clips. See what I'm doing here, helping. But I think that we should find a way. We can decide how we want to do it. Everyone that maybe we'll do like an Instagram comment or something along those lines with the clip, or on you. I don't know. If you pick Iowa, your name will go onto a wheel. And on Sunday, on Sunday morning, we will pick the winner. Same thing for Penn State fans, but just like trying to break it up. So I know this is why we're doing a separate video. Yeah. Penn State fans, Iowa fans, whoever wins the game, that wheel will get spun. The winner gets a Pardon My Take and Coors beanie cap.
Hell yeah. I love that. I thought you were going to show the camera, but if you don't, that's fine.
I do not have it.
Okay.
Greg Malik hosts all the gear for two reasons. One, he is in Pittsburgh and could pick it up. Two, because I would be wearing all of it.
Yeah, that makes sense. All right, Deke, let's close this one out.
Let's do it.
It's a big weekend. I have to work on Saturday.
Oh.
The game's at 4. We have this big shutdown thing at work that we got to do all these utility work during.
Are you going to be working during the game?
The game's at 4. This thing is supposed to last until 3.
I am going to text you updates. Don't
No,
worry, buddy.
no,
Don't
no,
worry,
no.
buddy. I got you covered.
I live 7 minutes away from work. I've said it out loud to literally everyone I work with.
That's damning.
I will be on my couch at 4 o'clock.
I'm going to call your job site.
You should. I think you should.
And be like, hey guys, are you sure you checked everything? Is it really safe at like 3:59?
No, maybe you shouldn't. But what I'm gonna say is I'm gonna leave anyway.
Oh wow.
Care. I'm gonna Why? I don't even really have to be there. That's the thing.
Yeah. What's that?
Like,
the one engineer guy said that he didn't care about any of you. Which one is he? He's the one in the Pit Vipers. Yeah. Okay. Ring.
Ring. All right. Well, go fuck yourself.
Iowa.
Fuck Iowa. What even is a Hawkeye? I don't even know.
It's a bird. What the fuck's a Nittany lion? You know that's not a real thing?
It is a real thing.
It's not a real thing.
Quite literally a real thing.
It's literally not a real thing.
Literally a real thing.
Because, no, it's not a lion on it. You're talking about a puma.
No, I'm talking about a
Nittany lion is not a real animal.
It is a mountain lion.
It's a mountain lion.
Mount Nittany.
Not a real animal.
It's
A
literally
Nittany lion.
literally a real animal.
Nittany lion is not a real animal. It is a mountain lion on Mount Nittany.
How is that not a real animal?
Because it's not a Nittany lion. There's no such thing as a Nittany lion. Should be
What
the
do you
Nittany
even
mountain
say?
lions.
That's an awful argument.
It's not real. Is a Nittany lion a real animal?
It's literally it's like a fucking like I don't know, like a Chinese lizard. Like it literally resides from China. Like a Komodo dragon.
But that's also its species. Like a Komodo dragon is called a Komodo dragon.
No one's pretending that the Nittany
A
lion
mountain
is
lion
the
on
species.
a
No one's pretending. Like
a mountain lion found on Mount Nittany is not a Nittany lion. That is a mountain lion found on Mount Nittany. A Nittany lion is not a real animal.
literally just describing the mountain lion.
Yeah, but a Komodo dragon is a Komodo dragon.
That was a poor example.
guys
I'm sure I could come up with another one.
Touche. At least you know.
Yeah, like okay, what island?
You want to keep going? You want to keep going?
I was gonna say, what island does Godzilla come from?
Oh,
Wasn't it like Guam or some shit?
yes. Definitely,
The
it's
Guam
not
lizard?
Skull Island. I think it's the Guam lizard. I don't know. It had scales.
It's a frog, though.
They do.
Wink, wink.
Aren't they reptiles?
They might as well be. You know, they're cold-blooded. It's all the same.
TCU.
Horned frogs. Horns down. All right.
Horned frog is a real animal.
Oh, come on. All right. No, we're done. We're done.
Roll Tide.